I think most people are animal lovers. They just don't know what's going on. In order to get to the fork, something very unpleasant has to happen to get it there. Any of their customers who see that footage would be sickened to know that that's what they're buying when they go to Market Street. I have to speak out. There is no job that's more important to me than my ethics. Companies are supposed to encourage debate and improvement, and everywhere I've worked in all my life, I've tried to improve things. When I was managing a poultry farm, every day I'd have to cull chickens. We'd put them in, and 6 weeks later they'd be going out for slaughter. So I saw exactly how quickly they'd grown and the kinds of ailments and issues associated with that kind of rearing. I remember when I first started there, I'd help them up towards the feeder. Just seems a natural thing to do because you don't, you feel like you're helping them, but you quickly disabuse yourself of the notion that you're doing them a favour because it's no life anyway, so you snap their neck. I have nightmares, I have wakened dreams, I have vivid memories of pigs screaming, the smell of the chicken farms. I've got so much baggage I'm carrying around from what I used to do to animals that I'm not going to go back to supporting that, any form of animal cruelty, so I have to speak out.
Supermarket chain Morrison's has launched an urgent investigation.
Undercover filming claims to show fast-growing birds deformed and dying on farms in Norfolk and Suffolk.
Chemical burns, gross deformities, deaths caused by probably internal organ failure due to the weight they were carrying. They're called Franken chickens because they're not naturally like this. They're bred in order to grow very quickly. Poultry farmers don't really mind because it's 6 weeks. They're probably thinking it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, but these animals are suffering. I was sharing the campaign on their internal Facebook page, emailing up the chain internally to try and get whoever was responsible to do something about it and to engage. They claim to be proud of the way they farm. I knew that this was likely to raise some hackles in the company if I spoke out. As I said to them when they called me in, there is no job that's more important to me than my ethics. Whether or not they'd sack me or engage with the company, I felt like I had no choice but to speak up about it. I would have hoped anyone in their right minds would have just ceased selling that kind of Franken chicken. It sickened me that they continue to sell them. So they put me in touch with Sophie Throop, who's the head of agriculture, and that was a waste of time. They put me in touch with David Potts, again, waste of time. They've claimed to be engaging on the campaign, but nothing's actually happened. I got involved with protesting, so set up a stall outside the store. There were 2 former employees, 1 current employee. I think most people are animal lovers. They just don't know what's going on. Any of their customers who see that footage would be sickened to know that that's what they're buying when they go to Market Street. Would hope that companies like Morrison's would strive to lead by example and welcome in debate that strives to improve the conditions for the animals they're selling as products. Each one of those disciplinaries has gone on for hours. It was almost like some kind of bizarre good cop, bad cop kind of thing, trying to break you down. They were trying to say that the disciplinary was nothing to do with the campaign, even though the notes from the very first meeting say that that's exactly what it was about. It was about sharing the campaign. I've had hierarchy of Morrisons come and see me from all around the UK. They would always tell me where they'd come from, and I was like, wow, that's a long way to come just to talk to a shelf-stacking colleague in Bognor Regis. I didn't feel it was what I was saying that was embarrassing them. It was me exposing their policy that was embarrassing to them. So therefore it's their policy that's the problem, not me. I haven't shopped in Morrison's for a long time now, even though I have still got a discount card. Morrison's will never successfully silence me. I'll continue to demonstrate and campaign, and I will highlight Morrison's silence. All the while they're silent and failing to act, more and more chickens are suffering the exact fate that we watched in those videos. If you're watching this, please go to morrisonsmisery.com and take part in the campaign. We don't want to see cruelty on our plates. Let Morrison's know that you're not going to stand for it.